I saw photos. It looks a lot more impressive in person. What went into all the details here? What's the backstory?
Well, the story of Roundup Rodeo BBQ is, first off, that in Toy Story Land, we are in Andy's backyard, of course, and Andy's gone to cowboy camp and he's had a great time, and he's come back inspired and excited as children are. And in this case, he really wants to share some of this Western fun that he's had with the backyard. So he's taken a Western Rodeo playset, which you'll find on that far wall, big mural there. He's taken that playset and he's mashed it together, as he does with so many other toys that he has, school supplies, and created a rodeo arena. So that's the space that you and I find ourselves in right now. If you look to the sides, you might see here and there characters that are actually looking inward, and they're looking down into the arena itself to cheer on some of our rodeo contestants. We have Bo Peep and her leaping sheep, Billy, Goat, and Gruff. At the other end of the dining room, we have Jesse and Trixie, the stars of our show, all competing playfully, all enjoying good fun and cheering each other on.
And Zurg too, apparently. So.
Sorry?
And Zurg apparently too. He's in on the fun.
Zurg is here. Zurg's being lassoed by Woody. And we are, of course, as honorary toys, the size of a toy. And so we get to enjoy that scale, we get to enjoy the fun and the togetherness that comes with being in a place together. And of course, there's delicious barbecue, and the food is truly fantastic.
So there's a lot of character in the room, but there won't be characters, right? There's not going to be, this isn't a character dining experience.
This is not a character dining experience. You will see characters here. You may also hear characters from time to time. And I will leave it at that because those will be some surprising moments. So we do invite guests to listen closely in the dining space, in the lobby, wherever they may be. They may hear some familiar voices that we're very fortunate and glad to have participated and collaborated with to bring this space to life in a way that really extends the story of Andy's backyard. What's going on here? What's going on outside of it? We have so many years now of Toy Story stories, Toy Story films, Toy Story shorts, and so we get to play with that toy box, and Pixar's been an excellent collaborator.
So Geoff, I mean, obviously you won't be here every time someone comes in to tell them the whole story. How are customers coming in when they're coming in hungry? Is it on the menus? Is it being told in some capacity? How is the story coming across to them? Or
how are the guests going to begin to understand the story of the rodeo? So as they approach Roundup Rodeo BBQ, they'll first see a little sign that's been scratched up by Andy. It says, giddy up for barbecue, right? So we begin to intuitively understand, oh, this is of course Andy's backyard. We are of course having fun with Andy's toys, but this is an extension of that. We're bending the ends here. There's an additional layer of play, and that is this Western game that's being played here. So all of our toys are involved in that. And we think visually that's going to be communicated through so many of the show set pieces that we see. Andy's cowboy belt buckle, the sheriff badge that stands in the lobby very prominently. And of course, too, as guests make their way into the space, to the restaurant itself, they'll begin to see what was packaging of different toys that Andy's recontextualized so that they are now promotional posters for some of the acts that you see here. So in a way, though this is a restaurant and a dining experience, we have a bit of a pre-show. You're teased and set up already for Bo Peep and her Leaping Sheep, the amazing Rope and Woody, etc. So that when you get into the space, there's all these kinds of callbacks to what you've seen already that just add some more dimension to Toy Story Land.
And at the other side of Toy Story Land here, there is a original counter service, lunchbox kind of motif. How was it like from the beginning? Was it assumed that we'd have another experience more, I guess, themed and more high end than what's happening now? Or is it just something that, hey, there's just too many people here, we need to find a place to put them in? This spot opened up.
That's a great question. I can talk about the story of Roundup Rodeo BBQ today, which is the project I've been most associated with, but I have to get back to you with someone else about that.
So how long did it take to develop the whole storyline and everything? The
storyline's been in progress for some time. Of course, always adding layers to it. The story of Andy's backyard goes as far back as the mid-'90s, right, when Toy Story was created and debuted. And if you look around here and there, you will find details that pay off or reference the early days of Toy Story, and then even some of the more recent iterations of Toy Story stories, which we're really excited about. I might point out to you that close to the entrance of the dining room itself, we have an eraser that features Angel Kitty. Angel Kitty makes an appearance in Toy Story short. She is a fan favorite for those who know her, and we're excited to feature her there and others that you'll find as well.
Is there an Easter egg around here that most people won't find unless you happen to point it out right now? I mean, there's just so many details that I don't think anyone's going to be able to get them in.
Sure, you'll be challenged to find them all. One thing I would point out, just given where we're standing, is if you look over here at this Buzz Lightyear console game, that's being used to prop up Bo Peep and her leaping sheep. There's all kinds of, personally, subjectively, I think these are the most fascinating, intricate Imagineering details. This is a toy that's been fully realized. Imagineering developed this toy, how it would function, what the rules of it would be, and then of course how it would be assembled. So if you look at the side there are little screws, as if this really was a functioning child's plaything.
That's awesome.